Welcome to Informatica support video. This is Shobha. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to delay the processing of TX events till a file with a specific name arrives. The agenda for the video. It is sometimes necessary to delay events before they are submitted to Power Center. Delayed event processing may be required, for example, to process all transactions of the same type at once or to hold certain transactions until the night when server resources are available. The conditions for delaying event processing are defined in a profile. All messages meeting a delay rule are delayed until released by a release rule or manually by the operator. In this video, I will be demonstrating a specific use case where we delay events for a profile till a file with a specific name arrives. So now let me start the demonstration. So I have opened the DX console, and this is where all the configurations for the delay event processing will be done in. So the name of the file based on which the events will be delayed should be specified in an event attribute. Here I have created a new event attribute called test_name, and this is the attribute that is going to contain the value based on which the delay is going to happen. So you can create a new attribute from using the tab, provide the attribute name, and that is all that it takes. So now this attribute should then be added to the workflow for which you want to delay the events. Here I'm using test simple_batch workflow, which is a DX sample workflow, and this can be found in your installation folder. So just select the workflow, go to the event attributes tab. I have already selected the test_name event attribute. You can just the list of event attributes available will be present or shown in the LHS in the left hand side. You can just add them or delete them as needed. Save it, and it asks for the dependent profiles. Select OK. So this should now be reflected in your profiles. So if we open the test simple batch profile for this workflow and go to the event attribute section, you should see the attribute that was selected. Okay, so in the same profile we have a tab called the delay processing tab. So here are the rules that we are going to specify. These are the conditions based on which the delay will happen. So here I'll be choosing a delay rule by a specific event. So provide the rule name, delay by event, select the attribute name. So it should list the attribute that has been added to this workflow or profile, equals to the value. So the value that I'm providing here is stop. So all incoming files should be delayed till a file with the name stop arrives, and this rule is mandatory. Save it. And I'll also be adding a release rule. Here I'll be selecting a max volume rule. So this is going to indicate how these delayed events are released, once the stop file comes. So release all these events in groups of 10 and save it. So these are the two rules that have been added to the profile, and we will now save this. Profile has been edited. Now we need to let DX know that the test_name is the attribute meant for the file name. So DX at this point still doesn't know how to load the value for this test_name event attribute. Okay, so now this is configured in the endpoints. So we will select the file receive endpoint for the test simple batch workflow. So this is the incoming endpoint location, which is, if you see, the data exchange installation folder, my directory, test simple batch input. So here it is the file name pattern that is going to determine the value for your event attribute. And if you see, I have already provided the pattern here. So you need to add a dollar prefixed to your event attribute name and enclose it with a parenthesis. So basically stop.txt is the file name that is going to release all these events. So this is going to determine the specific file name based on which our whole use case depends on. So save this. Now all our rules are set and the endpoint is set. Now we are going to drop some files. We will just open the event list view. So I had already processed some events, so now we will drop in a few more files. So this is my input directory. So let's go to the file input directory where our DX is installed. So my directory, test simple batch, and input. So here we need to drop in the files. So I have a set of files, start1, start2, start3. So I'll just drop in 3 of the files. We'll just wait for them to be picked up by DX. Keep refreshing to see if the files have been picked up, and they have been picked up. And if you see, the event status will be delayed. So if you just dig into the event and go to the event status history, so it was initially in pending. So as soon as the file was picked up, it is in pending state, and the delay rules came into process, so it is being marked as delayed. So now I will drop in, let me just refresh this. I will drop in the stop.txt file. So once this file is dropped, DX has picked it. So all the events, the rest of the events, that is the 3 events that were delayed, should be released. So let me just refresh it, give it some time. Okay, so if you see, the 4th file has come in, which was stop.txt. Yeah, so the delayed status changed into the pending status. So now these should be processing by Power Center. So it shows as succeeded, so it is quite fast. So let me just check from the console again. Yes, they are complete. So this is a very simple, and as a sample, this can be used for developing more complicated delay event rules. So this was basically the stop.txt file that basically triggered the processing of the rest of the workflows, the rest of the events. So these were my start files. So the references for this video KB were the KB articles 121543 and 319867. You can also refer to the B2B Data Exchange operator guide for more information on this. We would love to hear from you. Please write to us at supportvideos@informatica.com or https://twitter.com/infasupport. Thank you.